Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to ChemPilot. So this is my first video. In this video, we are going to discuss CBSE 2026 first session paper, chemistry paper. And in this video, we will discuss all the questions in thoroughly, and it will help you in the upcoming the second session exam. Okay, so first of all, understood who are getting less marks in science subject, or who are getting less marks in the particular chemistry point of view. They will take care of these things, and at the end of the video I'll give you a trick that how to do the questions properly within a time, and how to do the questions, especially MCQ, within a minute easily. Okay, so going to our first video, going to our first question. In this question, actually, we have discussed about how to balance the equation. They are asking, there is an equation given, and you have to balance it. Okay, and this is from the chapter 1, first chapter. You know that the reaction in equation, how to balance the equation. So you can write that Ki plus H2O2, and this reaction is giving iodine and KOH. Okay, now what will happen? So what we have to check, the larger molecule. So this is the larger molecule, and in this molecule how many hydrogens are there and how many oxygens are there? Two hydrogen and two oxygen. So in the right side we have to multiply oxygen and hydrogen into 2. So this will become 2. Now because this will become 2, so potassium is 2. So therefore this side potassium should be 2, and iodine also matched. So now the reaction become balanced. So therefore X value will be 2 as well as Y value will be 2. So option A is the correct answer. Understood? So this is very easy questions. Easily you can get the marks. Next, if I go for the next question, question number 18, that which of the following is an example of a displacement reaction? So displacement reaction means when metal or non-metal displace another metal or non-metal in an displace another metal or non-metal in a salt of that metal, according to their reactivity. That is called displacement. Now, if you check the first option, that is the combustion of natural gas. Natural gas means, let's suppose methane. Methane plus oxygen, it will give carbon dioxide plus water. So this kind of reaction is known as combustion reaction. This is not one, this is not displacement reaction. Second, the reaction of reactive metal with dilute acid. Let's suppose any reactive metal, tell any reactive metal. Let's suppose you are talking about, let's suppose sodium. Sodium very reactive, highly reactive. So when dilute acid, let's suppose H2SO4, sulfuric acid. So when it will react, it will, what we will get? Na2SO4 plus H2. Now here you can see that sodium displaces the hydrogen. So this is an example of displacement reaction. This is an example of displacement reaction. Now coming to the C, electrolysis of water. Now water electrolysis is nothing but decomposition reaction. H2 plus upward decomposition reaction. Clear or not? So this is not, this is also not, this is the correct answer. Now if I am talking about D also, you should know about D, that reaction of quick lime with water. What do you mean by quick lime? Quick lime is nothing but calcium oxide, and when it reacts with water, it will give calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide, which is also known as select lime. That is very important for your next exam. Clear? So correct answer B. Next, 2, a small amount of copper oxide in a beaker. When we add dilute hydrochloric acid slowly and stirring, the change in the color of the solution is due to the formation of. So very simple. First, what, see, when this kind of questions coming, first you write the reaction, you will understand easily. So what will happen? See, copper oxide is there, and you react with HCl. So what are the possibility? Possibility is double displacement reaction possible. So what you will get? Copper chloride, CuCl2 plus water. Now you balance it on your own. You can do balance it. Okay. In comment, you should write how to balance, what is the balanced equation. So copper chloride, and you know copper chloride color. Copper chloride color is nothing but blue green. Okay. Copper chloride color is nothing but blue green. And you know what is the oxidation state of copper here? plus 2. Clear? So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is nothing but C. Understood? Correct answer nothing but C. And what is copper chloride called? Because plus 2 oxidation state. So this is known as cupric chloride. Clear? Now going to next question. Which of the following compound does not undergo addition reaction? This is a very good question from the chapter 4 organic compounds. We know who will not undergo addition reaction. We know that only alkene whose general formula is CnH2n, and alkyne whose general formula is CnH2n minus 2. They only undergo addition reaction. Like addition of hydrogen, you know. But alkane whose general formula CnH2n plus 2, it any will not undergo any addition reaction. Clear? So here you can see this is an alkene C4H8 CnH2n. This is an alkyne C2H2. You know acetylene. This is also an alkene, but the option D is alkane. Clear? So correct answer is D. Understood? Next, when zinc reacts with NaOH, the product formed is what? So this is a very good question. This is an example of metal reacts with base. Generally, metal oxides are basic, but metal react with base. Acid react with base, what it will give? Salt. Acid react with base, or non-metal react with base, it will give salt. But metal react with base. So what will happen? So zinc, when react with NaOH, what we will get? We'll get Na2ZnO2, remember, plus hydrogen gas. What is this known as? This is known as sodium zincate. This is known as sodium zincate. Clear? This is known as sodium zincate, and it is a mixed salt. It is nothing but a mixed salt. There are types of salt from the acid base salt chapter, you know. There are types of salt, mixed salt, there are double salt, normal salt. Okay, so this is a one kind of example of mixed salt. So remember, when any metal, when in any D block metal or D group metal or transition metal reacts with any base, okay, normally strong base, NaOH, KOH, that's that kind of base, they will make a mixed salt. So that is option C is the correct answer. Now go for the next question. That the reaction of calcium with cold water is, first option given, less violent but heat evolved is sufficient for the hydrogen to catch fire. Wrong. This is false. Okay, if you do calcium, there will be no catching for fire. Now, very violent and exothermic hydrogen catches fire. That is for sodium, not for calcium. This is also false. Now, exothermic but heat evolved is not sufficient for the hydrogen to catch fire. We know when metal react with water, it is always exothermic. But in case of calcium, it is not that much exothermic, not that much heat evolved that hydrogen will get catch fire. So this is the true statement. And slow endothermic, this is false. So correct answer C. Clear? Many students did this wrong. Okay, many students know that less violently this reacts with cold water and all. So that A, many students will give A. So be prepared for that. Next, there are three pictures given. Here batteries are given, and here iron nail are there. And the solution change. One is glucose solution, one is alcohol solution, one is dilute HCl solution. We know now they are asking where the bulb will glow. Bulb will glow means that electricity will pass. We know, and now tell me that which case electricity will pass. Obviously, HCl. We know dilute acid or dilute base, they conduct electricity. Alcohol is not an acid or base. They will not dissociate into ions. HCl, aqueous HCl will dissociate into H plus Cl minus. So these ions will move in the solution and you will get electricity. The electricity will conduct. Similarly, Na plus OH minus. So only case 3 will glow. Clear? So option D is the correct answer. Next, assertion reason question. So one assertion reason questions will come every time. So here what they told, the assertion given that there are large number of compounds with many carbon atoms linked to each other. Yes, there are many compounds where carbon bonds are there. And why it is possible? It is possible because carbon-carbon bond is quite stronger. This is known as this is known as tell. What is this property? Tell. You should write in the comment. What is the property when carbon bonds carbon in a chain? Is known as catenation. Clear? It is known as catenation. So, except carbon, there are one element that show catenation, that is silicon. Except that there are no metal or no non-metal, they will not show catenation. Why? Because that bond is not that much stable. Understood? So here assertion also true and reason also is true, and reason is the actual this is the actual reason of this assertion. So correct answer is A. Understood? Now going to the subjective questions. Okay, so you have to write properly in that question. So here, first question given that so the formation of NaCl by transfer of electrons. Why does solid NaCl not conduct electricity? Understood? Why does solid NaCl not conduct electricity? So first, NaCl transfer of electrons we have to show. So first you have to write sodium. The electronic configuration of sodium is 2, 8, 1. And so that means one electron at its valence, and in chlorine side it will be 2, 8, 7. So how many electron in its valence? 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what will happen? This electron will come here. And after that, see, if sodium giving one electron, so sodium will become Na plus and chlorine will become Cl minus. So this is how NaCl will form. Now why NaCl don't conduct electricity at solid state? Remember, NaCl, if you dissolve it into water, it will break into part Na plus plus Cl minus. These ions, these ions, these are ions, one is cation, one is anion. These ions will move towards electrodes, and by that movement we will get electricity. Understood? So how to write that at aqueous solution of NaCl, ions formation is there, and when ions movement of their electricity will conduct. But in case of solid NaCl, in case of solid NaCl, it will not conduct electricity because there is no ions. Okay, no separation of ions. Clear? Next, next question, good question 26. They are asking definitions of corrosion, rancidity, and exothermic reaction. Now, one by one, I am telling the definition. What is the definition? Corrosion. Corrosion is, you have to write, it is a slow oxidation of metal. It is a slow oxidation of metal in presence of in presence of environmental condition. Environmental condition. Clear? Okay, so it is a slow but spontaneous. You can write here also slow but spontaneous oxidation in presence of environmental condition. You can write that 2Fe plus XH2O plus 3O2 will give F2Fe, uh, sorry, 4Fe, 4Fe. So you will get 2Fe2O3 dot XH2. So here you have to use 2XH2. Clear? Now coming to rancidity. What is rancidity? Rancidity is nothing but the spoilage of food containing the spoilage spoilage of food containing fats and oil, fats and oils, resulting in unpleasant odor, unpleasant odor, flavors are odor, flavors, and altered taste, altered tastes due to rancidity. Okay, so rancidity what? Rancidity due to some oxidation of food which contain fats or oils, and after that some bad smell, bad odor, bad flavor, or bad taste will come. That is called rancidity. Understood. So sometimes happen you open a chips packet, after some time that chips getting rancid. Okay, that the chips have oil and fat inside it. So the potato chips, that some black color strips will come into it, and the taste also become very bad. So that is called rancidity. And last is exothermic reaction. This you know, exothermic means reactions, those reactions in which heat evolved, heat evolved, that are known as exothermic reaction. So, any example of exothermic reaction? You know, combustion, or you can say neutralization reactions are exothermic reaction. Okay. Next question. There are all question. One either other one you can do. So, first question given: for a dilute to acid, to dilute an acid is added into water, not water into acid. Why? What is the reason? Because dilution of acid, dilution of acid is an exothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction. Okay. So if you add water into whole acid, concentrated acids, too much exothermic, too much heat will evolve. It can take fire. But if you add small amount of acid in water, that will not take fire that much. Okay. So that will be the reason. Next, dry HCl gas does not turn blue litmus red, whereas dilute hydrochloric acid does. Why? Because HCl, dry HCl does not have H plus ion, does not have H plus ion. Dilute HCl have H plus Cl minus. So this H plus is the reason to turn red, blue litmus to red, or to show acidity. But dry HCl doesn't have that, or gaseous HCl doesn't have that, so it will not show. Next, blue copper or blue color of copper to sulfate crystal turns white on heating. Why? Because copper sulfate, we know there is this is the, you know, water of crystallization, copper sulfate color, and this color is blue. Okay, copper sulfate color, this color is blue. So what happened when you heat it? So when you heat it, what will happen? You will get CuSO4 dot H2O first if you heat it. Then what is the color? The color is this bluish white, bluish white. Again you heat it. What you will get? Copper sulfate. This color is white. So what will happen? This water particle, this water of crystallization will remove from blue color crystal. So, and finally we will get copper sulfate, which is white in color. So this is the first part. This is the first part. Now, if you are going to second part is very simple. Second part is very just only doing reaction, just writing reaction. So if you know the reaction, this part is easy for you and you will get full marks. Sometimes by writing all the reason, this will take time. Okay, and as well as this may take marks also. So here, if you know the reaction, see reactions are very easy. What is the process of making this thing? So first process, chloralkali process. What is the chloralkali process? We know balance equation you have to write. 2 NaCl, from NaCl, if you add water, you will get NaOH. Not only NaOH, what you will get? Chlorine plus hydrogen gas. So this is the first equation. What about second equation? Baking soda. Baking soda means sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3. So what is NaHCO3? NaCl plus CO2 plus water H2 plus NH3. What it will give? NaHCO3 plus NH4Cl, ammonium chloride. Clear? So this is the second equation. What about third equation? Third equation is the easiest equation. You know C, you know CaSO4 dot 2H2O. What is this? This is called a gypsum. This is called gypsum. Okay, this is called gypsum. Now, when you hit it, it will give CaSO4 dot half H2. This is nothing but plaster of Paris, POP. So this is the equation, easiest equation. Next, going to the 28th question. This is also a 3-mark question. This is also a 3-mark question. Okay, last 3-mark question. After that, 4-mark question and 5-mark question is there. So here passage actually given. Okay, here what given? Passage actually given. Understood. So what will be there? Tell. What is the possibility? Actually, not, this is not 3-mark question. It's actually, I think, 4-mark question. Okay. So here we go 5 mark question. Tell. So this is 3 mark question. This is also 3 mark question. Correct. Okay. So here what did an electrochemical process used for refining metals by selectively dissolving and depositing them through electrolysis. Electrolytic refining is used for metals like copper, zinc, tin, nickel, silver, gold. Electrolytic refining. Okay, in the third chapter, you know. Now define anode mode. First question, define anode mode. So what is anode mode? It's very important question. What is anode mode? Anode mode is nothing but during electro-refining, electro-refining, some impurities, some impurities which are insoluble, which are insoluble, fall down near the anode, fall down near the anode. Clear? So that will fall down near the anode, and that is known as anode. See, in electrolytic refining, what we will take? We take impure metal in the anode and pure metal in the cathode. So what happened in the impure metal? Whatever the impurities that will comes down of the anode, that will comes down of the anode, and that is called as anode mud. Next, in electrolytic refining, copper, name the anode and name the cathode. Now only I told. What will be the anode? What will be the anode in electrolytic refining? That is impure copper, impure copper, and cathode is pure copper. Clear? Pure copper metal. Next, with the help of chemical equation, show the extraction of copper from copper 2s. So we know, see, this is very important. See, copper 2s sulfide. We know low reactivity metal. Copper is a low reactive metal. So because copper 2s is a low reactive metal ore, so what will happen? Copper 2s we have to first we have to do first roasting, and we have to convert it into copper oxide Cu2O plus 2SO2. This is known as roasting. Yes or no? This is known as roasting. Now they do self oxidation. This copper 2O with react with Cu2S and give copper plus sulfur dioxide. This is known as auto oxidation, self reduction. Sorry, auto reduction or self reduction. Understood? Next, in the OR question, what they give? That draw a neat and level diagram showing electrolytic refining copper. So here you have to add the diagram, proper diagram you have to draw properly diagram, and you have to show. So what? So you will take electrolyte. What electrolyte you will take? CuSO4. In that CuSO4 you have to write that is an electrolyte. Okay. Then you have to show the electrodes there. Okay. You have to show the electrodes there. So one is, this is, you have to write, this is anode, this is anode. Okay, in this anode, this is impure copper, impure copper is there, and this is cathode, this is cathode, this is pure copper. And when you add them into a battery, there will be electricity pass and all the things will happen. Okay, and you have to mention that the voltage is there, plus minus, all the things you have to mention. And here anode mode will form. You have to write anode mode will form. Okay, so this is the thing. Next this is next question, that this is from organic chemistry. You know, organic compounds, fourth chapter will have 5 mark of question. So what is homologous series? What is homologous series? Homologous series is nothing but family of organic compounds, family of organic compounds. Homologous series means family of organic compound, okay, who have same functional group, and same general formula, same general formula. Okay, they are known as homologous series. Here or not? Now here C2H4. So C2H4 is nothing but alkane. Then C4H10 is nothing but alkane. It comes under alkane series. Yes or no? Next, C3H4, it comes under alkyne series, and C4H8, it comes under alkene series. So here you can see these two are alkene. Yes or no? These two are alkene. So if these two are alkene, then what will happen? So these two are homologous series, homologous to each other. Yes or no? So alkene first homolog is this is ethylene, and third homologous this is butene. Clear? Next, this, see this reaction, esterification reaction. This reaction is nothing but esterification reaction. So what we'll get? We'll get ester. We'll get CH3, CH2, O. This side will come C double bond O, then CH3. So what is this known? What is this called? Tell me, what is the name? This is nothing but ethyl ethanoate. Ethyl ethanoate or ethyl acetate. Clear? Esterification reaction. C2H5OH oxygen burning. What will you get? CO2 plus H2O. You have to balance that. How to balance? 3O2. Clear? And this side 2CO2 plus 3H2. Clear? Now, why does Marshall formation takes place when soap is added to water? Then, why does Marshall formation takes place when soap is added to water? Added to water. See, Marshall formation means, see, when soap added to water, all the soap, all the soap heads, all the soap heads will one side. See, let's suppose this is water. All the soap heads will be on one side. Why? Because it is hydrophilic, and all the hydrophobic tail will comes one side, and that formation is known as Marshall. Understood? Why it is happen in water? The water loving or hydrophilic heads will go towards water, and hydrophobic will comes together or go towards dirt. Understood? That is the reason this will form Marshall. Next, name the following compound. So here you know you have to number it first. So number 1, 2, 3. So the naming will be prop. Now any double no un. Where is the own group? 2 propan 2 on or 2 propanol. Both are correct answer. Clear? Next here we'll start from numbering double bond, triple bond 1, 2, 3. So the name will be again prop. Now where is the triple bond? Prop 1 ine. So this is the name. Next, name the reaction which is commonly used in the conversion of vegetable oil and fats. So we know that if there is vegetable oil or fats, it have double bond. And if you wanted to reduce, then what you have to do? Adding hydrogen in presence of platinum or something. So nothing but hydrogenation reaction. Next question, second question answer is hydrogenation reaction. What about the third? Why the melting point of C4H10 is more than C3H8? We know that melting point is directly proportional to molecular weight. Here also melting point is directly proportional of in number of carbon in organic compounds, right? So C4H8 obviously high organic compound, high number of carbon. So that's why more melting point. What happens when a piece of sodium dropped into ethanol? You know, sodium reacts with ethanol, C2H5OH. So what happened? What will happen? You have to write that C2H5O minus Na plus sodium ethoxide will form and hydrogen gas will evolve. Clear? This is nothing but sodium ethoxide. Clear? Next, last question. Write the products of the following reaction. This C, esterification given here. Here esterification given. This esterification first question. Here de-esterification reaction. So what will happen here? This will break. So finally what will get? CH3 C double bond O O. What will get? CH3 C O double bond O Na plus C2H5OH. Alcohol plus sodium ethanol. Clear? So by this you understood how to do this question, and in the next attempt, in the next in the next session of next season or in the next year, you should learn, okay, you should learn that how to do. Who are new aspirant, who are going to give the board exam in the next year, they should know that how to write the questions properly. See, this 5 mark question easily you can do, right? This 5 mark question easily, it's coming from organic compounds. Easily you can do stepwise, you can do. But while writing, you should care about that what kind of the reaction you are writing properly or not, or the what they are asking actually. And one more thing, in MCQ, you see very easy questions are given, but you can do mistake. You can do mistake while seeing the options. So check all the options one by one, then go for the answer. Not one else option you check and tick that is the correct. No, check all the options that actually what they are asking. So hopefully you understood all the things. Hopefully all the best for your future exam, all the best for your preparation. Please share this video to your friends who are going to give the board exam. And if you like this video. Thank you.